Good evening and welcome to another episode of Tokyo Reds. We're Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun, and tonight we're in amazing Otsuka, which is where I live, and it's mint, and you can see the nice shiny bright pachinko parlour over there, and that's really cool. So the weekend, Liverpool drew 1-1 with Chelsea at home. Sorry, Tuesday, yeah, of course. We kind of, yeah, our schedule's a bit different to everybody else's, and yeah, you know, I'll be honest, I thought we should have won that game. I don't know about you watching this video, but I thought we should have won. I thought we were very, very much the better side, to be honest. However, you know, we didn't win, so it was a bit of a blag. John, so, do you think, obviously it was against the champions, everything has to be put into context. Do you think it was a good point or 2 points dropped?
Not the champions, yeah, but it was one of them. It's still Chelsea, isn't it? So it's kind of... I'm good because the gap's kind of got a little... Well, no, it's kind of, obviously it stayed the same, isn't it, because we drew, but I'm good because there's still that gap. But it's still Chelsea and they're still a really strong side. I think... Yeah, I personally think it's 2 points dropped because I thought we should have won, but...
Yeah, fair enough. You know, we were the dominant team in that game, especially in the second half. I thought we were really, really, really good. Tom, do you think, a lot has been made of it? We got about Liverpool in the title race and all that kind of stuff. In the last episode, we said, a win was a must if it was going to stay alive. Is that still the case, or?
You know what? There's 45 points to play for. If we just go on a run, I mean, we're out both cups now. Chelsea, like I said earlier, they've still got the FA Cup, but you know what? Yeah, of course, it's going to be really difficult. We need them to drop, but ultimately, just focus on ourselves, get as close to them as we can. If they drop, why not? But we just have to go on around, just focus on ourselves. But we can still do it. I'm going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, we can do it. Like I always say, until it's mathematically impossible for us to do it, I'll always say we can do it. The chances of it are looking not very high now. John, do you think, like, if we, at the beginning of the season, top four was the goal, and we're a point off second. It's not all doom and gloom, right?
No, that's the mad thing. It's kind of like we always get like this hype around ourselves. Last season, we finished 7th, was it? 8th even, and look how much better we're doing now, but because we're Liverpool and what we kind of expect of the club, when it's in our grasp, that's what we want. Yeah. So, like, we're never... I suppose it's a good thing as fans, but we're never content with, like, second or third. We want to get first. But if we finish in the top four, we've done so well, I reckon, compared to where we were. And it's just a testament to how well Klopp's been doing with what he's had. He's still not like the finished product yet, his team, I don't think. So, no way. Yeah.
No way, and that's the thing, like, all these people, and I'm going to have a little bit of a rant, not too long, all these people on Twitter who've come out and said Klopp out, and there's a hashtag that's gone around saying Klopp out, you are all morons, man, and you need to, like, just stop watching football, stop supporting football, because you haven't got a clue. If you looked at, like, what Klopp did at Dortmund, it took years to get it there, and he won the Bundesliga twice on the bounce, he won the double, and we expect him to do that. We want the same thing, but we want him to do it faster. We want him to do it by spending loads of money. You've got to, like, let him do what he needs to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck off, to be honest.
It's a different league as well, isn't it? It's something that he's not had before. Even when he was in the Bundesliga, he was at Mainz first, and then Borussia Dortmund, wasn't he? So he's only been really focused on that one league, and so
you got to give him time, man. At the end of the day, so far this season, we've played some of the finest football I've seen in probably all my life, to be honest. So bollocks to you fucking knobheads. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to get people's two backs too much, but I do. Anyway, so yeah, the game started. It was a fairly quiet start. It's kind of a bit cagey, as you would expect, with two top teams going against each other. However, they scored quite early on, 24th minute. They get a free kick. Yeah, they get a free kick, and Mignolet's kind of sorting his wall out, and he's kind of off to the side a bit, and the whistle goes. Louisa smacks it, absolutely perfect free kick against the post and in. World class effort, but Mignolet's like not even. God knows where he is. He's like checking out someone in the crowd or something like that. God knows. So yeah, it was a bit of a mad goal. First of all, Costa goes down, by the way. John, That was a dive, right?
If ever I did see one. Yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? I just hate that bastard so much. He's just a horrible, horrible person, isn't he? Yeah, it's a dive. Like, no question about it, I don't reckon.
That is an absolute, like, stonewall dive. But, you know, it's just a part of football that if you're good at it, then, you know, why not? Like, I do think footballers are trained. It's coached into him, man. It must be like, and he is very good at it, but he's a very, very good footballer, so you know what I mean. But yeah, massive dive. Now the goal was mental. It's a difficult one because first of all, what is Mignolet thinking, or was it unstoppable as well? Because I think Gerrard said after the match, you know, if he was ready for it, he probably wouldn't have saved it anyway. Who is to blame for that?
That one, when I first watched it in Vosmont, because I was watching live, I was like, what the hell? I was like, Mignolet, what? Why are you looking at the wall when he's taking that? But then when you actually watch the free kick, you're like, well, you know what? Even if he's in position and he's ready, that, in fairness to Luis, I mean, if he did that in training, like, what, he's getting that like 1 in 10. Yeah. Honestly, that's so difficult to save. When the ball actually goes towards the post, he would actually have to come in front of the post to save that, if that makes sense. It was a really good free kick. I don't like giving credit to Chelsea, but it was a really good free kick, so don't get Mignolet's back for that.
Kind of, no, I agree, it's a world-class free kick, but at the same time, what if it was like a few inches to the right? Mignolet still wouldn't save it because he's just dilly-dallying, you know, over the corner. You know, it doesn't matter. As soon as that whistle goes, he should be in position, and then if he has the chance to fix the ball a little bit, so be it. But out of position is out of position, you know what I mean? And that was like a schoolboy error. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, like everything was wrong with that goal. Do you know what I mean? Everything was wrong with it. Like the wall was in the wrong place because it was dead easy. I mean, it obviously took a lot of talent to do it, but you know, I couldn't do it. But as for a professional player, you know, as Luis is and a top player, it was quite easy to get the ball over the wall and get it in. What also doesn't help is I think it's Henderson just kind of ducks down, you know, and that pisses me off as well. Because I'm sorry, if you're captain as well, you should be sticking your face in front of any ball to stop it going in, which, you know, isn't any euphemism for anything else. Cool. So yeah, the first half kind of came and went really, really quickly. I was kind of surprised by it. And then the second half starts. Liverpool really, really bright in the second half. Really, really attacked. Took the game to Chelsea a lot. Scored a goal as well. The ball ends up just outside the box. Henderson, bloody Christ, he puts his ball, first touch, puts a ball right over to Milner. What an absolute fantastic cross it was. Milner kind of heads it across the box. It deflects, I think, off Luis and lands it just kind of perfectly for YNWA to nod in. And yeah, it's 1-1. Great start to the season, to the half. Fantastic football, really. John, how good was that ball from Henderson, man? That was really special.
It's really good. I mean, that's what you get with Henderson when he's like an attacking player. You know, he's got really good vision, and you know, his crossing ability now is really starting to improve from like when we first got him. So that's why, like in the last one, I was saying really good if we did get like a holding midfielder, because it kind of lets him like get forward a bit more. But yeah, it was class. That was a class curl as well on the thing. And who's it? Is it Milner who? Yeah, he crosses it back in. Heads it back in. Sorry, yeah.
No, it was a really class goal, and sort of we'd obviously up the tempo in the second half, and the fans obviously got behind us, and it was just great to see a bloody good atmosphere at Anfield for a bit. You know what I mean?
It was so important, but I will say over the years when I've been to Anfield, 'cause I went to the Real Madrid match, I went to Chelsea when we did them 2-0, 2007 I think it was. Those matches, the atmosphere is amazing before a ball's even been kicked, before players are even warming up. But it's the matches I've been to where we've drawn and we dropped points. I remember one of the first matches, like Coventry City at home, they were bottom of the league. We just expected it to be 3 points. And it's still happening now where we almost expect, but we don't create an atmosphere. It's like, you know what, it doesn't matter who's coming to Anfield, creating an atmosphere is so important. And that's the thing, it was amazing to see, but I'm thinking, where was that against Swansea? Where was that against Wolves? Where was that against Southampton? That's the one frustration. But you know what? Milner, Hendo, Ronaldo as well, City and Chelsea. He's got hairs against both. That's awesome. He's doing it in the big games. So really happy with that.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, you were at the Dortmund game last season, do you know what I mean? And you could argue that atmosphere won us that match, really. You know, so it does make a big difference. So we have to do it. Away, we don't have to worry because I think we actually have one of the best away support in the league. But you have to sort it out, boys, at home, man. Come on, like, we need a, it makes such a big difference. But there we go. Yeah, so, sorry, after that, Chelsea got a penalty. I don't want to be too coarse after the last couple of videos, but I was worried. Let's put it that way. I was pretty worried. Costa steps up, thought, right, this is it, gutted like, and Mignolet pulls off an amazing save. And yeah, first of all, what it's it was such at the time. Matip brings him down. I thought that Matip's won the ball there. Was it a penalty?
He won the ball in my eyes. That's all I'm saying. No, he gets the ball, but he catches them. It's one of them. It depends on the position of the goalkeeper, the referee. If he's in a different angle, it's one of them. It probably wouldn't get given. So, I'd say it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was a penalty. Like in watching replays, only watching replays at the time, I thought no way, and I'm so surprised that he gave it. Like it was a good spot, really, in my opinion. But let us know, what did you think about? Was it a penalty in the? I mean, for the free kick, it was it was definitely a dive. Was it a penalty though? Let us know in the comment section below. Tom, great save by Mignolet. Like won us a point, really.
And it was great to see because, especially against someone like Costa, and the things that's going to damage Costa a bit because he's had enough going on behind the scenes recently. But for him to actually miss a penalty at Anfield, yeah, they don't lose the match. But but yeah, they don't lose the match. But you know what? If they lose against Arsenal and then we start to catch up, that's going to play more and more as the season goes on. And for Mignolet, I'm really happy for him because since someone mentioned Stamford Bridge, he started that match where we won 2-1, but then after that he got dropped for Karius. So Chelsea, it's like, well, this is the match where I got dropped. That's when the change was made. And you know what, for him to save the penalty in front of the Kop stand against Costa, that's going to do wonders for his confidence, which is exactly what he needs. He's come back so much stronger since he's been dropped, hasn't he?
Mate, I'm just going to say this now. So far, this has been his best season in a Liverpool shirt. Like, he's done nothing wrong. Pretty much. The first goal was mad. Like, apparently he didn't hear the whistle. That's what he's saying. That could be the case. I heard it, and I'm in Tokyo, so, So, I don't know, but, apart from that, he's had a really, really good season, to be honest. I felt sorry for him when Karius got put in because up to then he hadn't really done anything wrong. And he's pulled us out of the shit there big time, so well done, Simon, to be fair. So, Liverpool, sorry, tram's going right past us, but there we are. Liverpool continued to dominate in the second half. I thought we were much, much better side. Chelsea offered very, very little, if anything, in the second half, apart from the penalty. The penalty. Well, yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about now. Firmino, 2 massive misses. He gets an open goal, sends it over, also gets a chance at the end of the game, nods it straight at Courtois. So on another day, we could have won that 3-1, maybe 3-2 if the penalty goes in. So really, really close game. But in my opinion, it's a decent point, considering all the form of both sides. John, who do you think then? It's quite a difficult one to choose from, to be fair. Who do you think is the man of the match?
I'd say Henderson, to be honest with you. Especially after that Swansea game. Jesus Christ, that was awful. And, he put in a better performance this week, and obviously the build-up play, that vision for that cross, for the goal, that was enough for me, I think, just to give him the man of the match. It was one of them. It was a good team performance, but I don't know really if anyone stood out too much. So, yeah, I think it was a good team performance.
Yeah, fair enough, Tom.
Not just because of the penalty, but throughout the match, Mignolet, there were a couple of times, especially later on in the match when it's getting a bit nervy, Chelsea are coming at us, and his positioning was just really good. So even if he wasn't making the save, he was doing enough to put off the player or making them go for side angles. There was a cross really near the end, where it's one of those, it just goes across goal. It's the kind of cross he probably would have dropped to parried out. But he just caught it really calmly. Quite a few times throughout the match, he really he took command. I think with the defence now, he's got some kind of understanding. You know what, I'm calling this is mine, which is so key. I mean, obviously the penalty was massive. So that was massive. It was great to see, but I just feel like he's done so much better. Yeah, of course, free kick could have been better, but you know what, he redeemed himself, and that's really important. So yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, no, massive, both massive shouts. I kind of, to be honest, I do agree. Henderson for me was really, really good. He really improved from last week's debacle. For me, though, another player, I think Wijnaldum. Obviously, he scores the goal, but you know, Kante got a lot of praise after the game. I thought Wijnaldum did just as good. I think he won the ball back loads of times, played it really well, was really clever with his passing as well. It wasn't, you know, he was safe and kept it nice and neat. Did really well for us, kept us dominate. He was a kind of driving force in our domination of the second half. So well done, Ginny. I actually thought that was one of his best performances for Liverpool. So, and he scores the goal as well. So just to put the icing on the cake, really. So let us know who was your man of the match. What did you think of the game overall? And was it a penalty? I think it was, if I'm honest, but John doesn't. So let us know. What do you think? And yeah, get involved on the social media. Follow us on Facebook. No, I always get this wrong. Yeah, follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, that's the one. No, it's not, it's the other way around. Like us on Facebook. I'm hopeless, absolutely hopeless, I apologise, but like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Also, you know, obviously we live in Japan, our range isn't so big, so if you can share us as well, give us a share on whatever social media you're involved in. I'm sure you all are involved on something, so, you know, give us a share, you'll be helping us out massively. If you haven't subscribed already, press the subscribe button, and yeah, we will see you after for the preview of the Hull City game. Cool, see you later, up the Reds, bye-bye.